What do I reckon about pressure washers? I reckon they're expensive for good ones, but I reckon every bloke should have one in his outback garage. How you doing? Outback Bowl here. Everyone's favourite buy and show and tell things guy. What we're going on today about is pressure washers. So I needed to get one, and it's a matter of justifying which one to get, really. If you're just going to be cleaning a little bit of soap off your car, the Bunnings $200 one's probably just about where you want to be. If, however, you've got to clean a driveway or a deck or something, you probably want to head it up to get into petrol powered ones, diesel if you got the monies. But yeah, sort of 3000 psi and above is my understanding of where you want to be at if you're doing more solid work. So I went on the hunt, and where I went to was my local tool shop, and they're a pretty good bunch. They've given me a couple of catalogues, and this is the brand that they go with. So let's have a look. I was sitting here, this is how it went down. I got the catalogue, I went home, sat down, I flicked through it. Let's have a look at what we got. Oh yeah, ITM. Haven't really heard of them. I'm not much into the world of pressure washers or industrial tools, so I started flicking. That's not bad, but not at that price, thanks. I can't justify that, so I flicked a little further. I kept flicking, and I got to their normal people, well, slightly more normal people washers, but they're all petrol powered, so these are pretty hefty units, starting at 2500 psi and working their way up to 4200. Big boys. These ones which I'm going to talk about today, because I ruled out the Karcher's Karcher, if you're a little more European, and various other brands based on price, based on availability, based on reviews online. Went to a place like Product Review, just kept typing in different ones that I'd seen and thought, oh, I want to know more. But there's so many out there, I just had to filter through what I saw. And so I came back to these guys. There's no reviews on ITM on Product Review. So I went and spoke to the lads in the shop, in the tool shop, and they've been dealing them for 4 years. And they said they've had a handful of returns, but warranties are easy for them to honour, which gave me a bit of confidence. So I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. Nice if you can afford twice the price tag for a Honda motor. I'm not there, but I saw this little puppy, and it comes with the surface cleaning attachment, and I thought, not bad, not bad. Unfortunately, this catalogue finished in December. It's now end of January, so I went in there anyway, and he said, oh, I'll give the guy a call and see if he wants to be party to it. And the rep apparently agreed to it a month after this catalogue's finished. So that gives me more confidence, saying, all right, well, you know, they're willing to bend a little bit and to make people happy, to make a sale, whatever. So I looked into them a bit. They're an Australian owned and run company, which is cool. I like that. It means, you know, they've been around for 30 years, so they've got a bit of a network going on. And value for money wise, it suits me. So I ordered one in. Let's go and have a look. I pulled it out of the box already, and I haven't put it together, but I just pulled it out of the box. Show you what I get. This is the top of the handle. Obviously, there's a couple bits and pieces in here. This is the hose, 700 meters, 7.5 meters. There's a few bags of add-ons. Gonna need that, and I'm gonna read that shortly. Yeah, I am. There's a couple of nozzles. There's a that's the bit that I kind of really wanted, actually, because I've got to do some driveways and stuff. That's the unit itself. First thing I noticed about this, though, is it's a hard plastic. It's not rubber. It's It's a hard plastic, which, yeah, it's not like you're going downhill biking or anything. They don't come with oil, but I'm led to believe that's normal these days. It's got a what do they call it? A 3-piston axial cam pump on here. The more expensive ones that come with the Honda motor have some triple rotary pump thing. Obviously that's a much better unit because it's twice the price, $1,500 versus $750. But it looks like a decent unit. It's got all the bits. That's the box that it comes in. Decent size. Just tells you a little bit about it here. So I'm going to go and read this manual, see what they want me to do, and I'm going to put it together. And then we'll I'll check back with you after I've fired it up and see what I want, and see if it's what I want. Well, it has to be. I'm not taking it back. And give a little demo on how it works, how well it works, and see if you know, mainly doing this not because I care for ITM or anything of the sort. It's just that I couldn't find much information on ITM, yet their product is at a reasonable price point, and I thought I'd add some info online outside of their website, which if you read that, they're great. But that's their job. The marketing department's job is to say they're great. So yeah, I'll get into that, put it together. Right, we're back. Done some stuff. Here we are. I'm going to continue talking about this now. I was out there using it, but I got told off by my wife because she's doing some online training. So it was a bit noisy. That's what you would expect from a small petrol motor though, right? It's basically probably a Briggs & Stratton copy or something. It's loud, but it works, I'll tell you that. Right, so I followed the instructions of this little puppy. And the instructions, putting the handle on, putting these little brackety things on here that hold the wand, all these nozzles that just pop in here. I don't know how that'll go over time. I guess that is sort of rubberized, but they just sort of sit in there. They don't clip in or anything. There's a nice one. It's all plastic, unfortunately. I don't know why, but that's not a high pressure, but that's to use with the soap. So when you go to a car wash, right, and you get the high pressure soap for washing your car down, well, you can do that with this, and that's the nozzle for it. There's different ones like they describe. You'll see in their sales pitch, 0, 15, 25, 40, just for different applications. They thankfully, hopefully you never have to use it, but they give you a little nozzle cleaner. So I've just hung that on there in case I need it. And you connect up this here, the other end of the wand hose onto there, your garden hose onto here. There must be, you don't do anything with that, it must be factory adjustments. That one dribbles a little bit of water, maybe when the pump gets a bit, the pressure in the pump gets up a little. For some reason, interestingly, on each, you've got to, if you take that off, you go over to the other side of the motor, you can take that one off as well. That's a dipstick. That's a filler cap. I don't know why they've got both, but anyway, it tells you to put oil in. So I took the dipstick out, and I got a little hand pump, a little fluid transfer pump, filled that up. They don't specify, they just say do it till the stick is at the topmost, but it's around ½ a litre, just to give you an idea. And then a bit of fuel. I had to run down the servo, get some fuel in a 5 litre jerry can. It's probably about 3.5. Oh yeah, it does say capacity there. It doesn't say it in the instructions. It's written right there. It says 0.6 litres. I didn't get quite that much in. I reckon I got about 0.5. 1030 synthetic, semi-synthetic I used in this. Well, I just added a couple of things to the process as well, just based on, I don't know, on my experience as a backyard mechanic. Not saying to do it, but I pulled the plug out, the spark plug out, and I put a little bit of copper-ease, little anti-seize compound on the thread. So that in 125 hours, I think the service intervals, it's got stuff written down here. Is that what it, no, it doesn't say anything about the service intervals there. But I think I read 125 hours. I'd do it a lot less than that. Yeah, I'm thinking 100, whatever the service intervals are, that in my experience, sometimes those spark plugs get a little hard to get out again. So I just put some copper-ease on there, some anti-seize lubricant. I dropped 5 ml of engine oil into the piston as well, and just circulated this by hand, just to lubricate the bore up a little bit before you fire it up for the first time, because it doesn't have rev control. So it just goes full noise straight away. So I like to have a little bit of lube in there, because I don't know what they've really done. Other than that, it fired up, bit of white smoke and carry on, of course, because I'm burning a little bit of oil for the first sort of 5-10 seconds. Then it just ran. It's good. Come down here. You'll come for a quick walk with me. Past outback bowls, outback firewood collection, and we'll have a look down here. Right. So you'll see the difference right there on this shitty bit of concrete that hasn't been washed for probably 20 years, if that. This is with the power head washer. So I went over there a little bit. It could be done a bit more, and then I went back over it without the power head, just to fit the 40 degree angle pressure nozzle, and gave that a bit of a go. It's not quite dry. I also gave these bricks, which are filthy, gave these bricks a bit of a going, and you can see right there which ones I've done. Right, I'd say it's a pretty good unit at the moment. I'm not unhappy I've got it, and I'm looking forward to getting some work with it. So that's about it, guys. And if you ask me which pressure washer you should get, I don't know, just get one that works for you. Right. This one's seems good. It's easy. It's not ridiculously expensive, and maybe in time I'll do a video, see how it goes in the longer term. Righty up. Cheers.